Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Q2 FY23 earnings conference call of Astra Microwave Products Limited. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company which are based on beliefs, opinions and expectations of the company as on the date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance of the company and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in a listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and then 0 on your touchtone telephone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. S.G. Reddy, Managing Director. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, and good afternoon to everyone. A warm welcome to all the participants to the post-results earnings call of our company. I am with my colleague Mr. M. Reddy and SGA, our investor relations advisors. The results of the company and investors presentation for Q2 FY23 are uploaded on our company website and stock exchange. I hope you have had a chance to look at it. I am happy to inform you that we have reported a very good performance for Q2 and H1 of 23, and our margins have improved substantially. Before we discuss further about the performance and recent developments, let me give you an update on ongoing projects and activities. Few radars like PPTR for DRDO is at an advanced stage of completion. We expect to deliver this in the last quarter of the current financial year. In the previous quarter, we had completed the first contract of 10 numbers of Doppler weather radar for IMD. We have participated for tenders for the next requirement for C and X-band DWR for IMD, and we are pleased to inform you that we have emerged as successful bidder in C-band case. Orders for first avalanche radar is under field acceptance stage as of now. We have taken new development work with the DRDO on submarine antenna front end. The timeline for this is 12 months, and we should be able to complete this development portion. The size of this radar is about 9 crores for one system. And we have completed supply of subsystems for DRDO's long-range radar, that is LRR. As far as the subsystems are concerned, we have been working in various programs. A few of them are in the development stage, and a few are in the production phase. Regarding the performance in this quarter, I am happy to update you that we have reported an excellent performance for Q2 and H1, with our margin profile improving substantially, which was driven mainly by domestic business. Due to our efforts, our business mix is evolving, and we have been focusing on increasing our domestic business. Self-reliance in defense has been the foundation of India's new defense production policy. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan has created growth horizons for the Indian defense companies, and this is giving a clear push to our domestic business. Further, we will continue our focus on build to specification, that is the BTS opportunities for domestic as well as global customers. And we believe that with a higher focus on BTS, we can sustain our healthy margins. Order book of rupees 1,850 crores as on 30th September 2022 echoes these trends. Of the total order books, 68% of the orders are domestic orders, and the rest 32% are export orders. Major part of our order book is executable in the next 12 to 38 months period. In the quarter gone by, we have successfully executed sales worth about 178 crores. Defense contributing for about 63%, and the rest from the exports, space and meteorology. Within the defense, radar and EW segments are the major contributors. Coming to specific numbers in the standalone performance for Q2 FY23, the revenue stood at about 179 crores, 170.9 crores for Q2 as against 176.8 crores for Q1. That is a degrowth of 3.4% year-on-year. For half year, year-on-year growth is about 12%. Gross margins have almost doubled from 20.6% to about 40.4%. This shift is largely due to an account of lower exports and higher contribution of domestic sales. For half year, the year-on-year growth is about 51%. EBITDA margins has multifold increased from 10.6 crores to about 40.5 crores, with margins improving from 6% to 24%. For half year, the margins have moved up to 20% from 11%. The company reported profit after tax of about 22.6 crores as against 2.9 crores, with margin going up to 13% from 2%. For the half year, it has improved to 10% from 4%. In terms of the exports and domestic, domestic is about 72% and exports is about 28%. And for the half year, the respective numbers are 77% and 33%. Capital expenditure incurred during the period is about 9.5 crores. It is largely for new equipment like testing equipment, etc. Our net debt as of 30th of September stood at about 80 crores. For coming quarter, we expect to do sales of about 200 plus crores. Within this, defense is likely to contribute about 70% and the rest will be from export, space and metrology sectors. Before I open the floor for Q&A, I would like to emphasize that over the next 5 to 8 years, the business outlook is very strong and we see close to about 15,000 to 18,000 crores of prospects in the area of our domain expertise. We have adequate infrastructure and capital equipment to do annual revenues close to about 2,000 crores. With this, I open the floor for question and answers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question at this time may enter star and then 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may enter star then 2. Participants are requested to please use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. To ask a question, please enter star 1 now. Our first question is from the line of Ketan Gandhi from Gandhi Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir, what did you say in the last comment? Next quarter turnover or next half turnover? Did you mention anything?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Next half year turnover.
Next half year, huh? Now what I have stated is for the next quarter, that is for Q3, we are likely to do about 200 plus crores.
Okay. Yeah, sir, can you speak something about AATRU for ASPJ? Where we are in terms of the development and when can see the product coming into the production?
Yeah, we have already, hello, this is MV Reddy here, and we have delivered the AATRU for the first order, and those AATRUs are being fitted in the aircraft. I think it's going on the flight test, and the second order is under execution. In fact, we are going to deliver first unit by end of December.
And sir, this will be fitted into LCA Mark 1, Mark 2 or all the LCA and other aircraft also?
All LCA Mark 1 and as well as Mark 2.
Okay. Sir, any development on man-portable SDR from our JV? Because I believe we had received a proto order of 36 or 32 units and field trial was going on. So any update on that?
Yeah, we are almost nearing completion stage. I think, we in the next couple of months we'll be able to demonstrate this. I think we are getting ready for the NCNC.
Okay, and sir, how many players are in the list for this apart from us?
Exact number I don't know, but I think more than 10 companies are there.
More than 10 companies, okay. Sir, can you explain the terahertz proximity sensor? Is it in the D band? And where we are in terms of the development?
Yeah, it's in the development. I think mostly by December we should be in a position to deliver prototypes.
It is in the D band, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And sir, which in the presentation we have mentioned about the bidding for the whole radar system. Is it Doppler radar or defense-related radar?
We have both a Doppler weather radar as well as the military radar. The one which we have mentioned is Doppler weather radar. We have executed in X-band and we completed the first order. And in the next tender, we bid for both C as well as X-band. And we are successfully, we become L1 in C-band. And unfortunately, we are not in X-band in this, this second order. We were L2. So we are getting C-band order in the second tender. And as well as the other military radar, which in fact we mentioned is the PPTR for DRDO. That is getting ready. Most probably by March we can supply this and commission in DRDO.
Right. And sir, my last question is, next year can we expect turnover in the north of 1,000 crore?
Yeah, that's what we are targeting.
Thank you, sir. That's all from my side.
Thank you very much. Our next question is from the line of Raj Rishi, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, hello.
Yes, Mr. Rishi, please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah, hi. Just wanted to find out what's your competitive edge, because with the kind of opportunity which is perceived, a lot of players are coming in, right? Indian and foreigners also. So what's the edge which Astra Micro has?
Yeah, basically if you look at the technology where we operate, we are first one to enter into this, and we have the maximum technology in control. For example, you take in active phase radar, wherein it is not only the TR module. Today, there are many companies entered into this business, but no company has the main components of the TR module. Like we have our own MMICs which being used in the TR module. And with that, we can play around with TR module, and then we can offer a multifunctional, chipset, and also we can offer a advanced version of TR module with a different power range, and that is how actually we have a competitive edge over others. And apart from that, yes, we do have RF technology in other areas. With that, we could, successfully design these systems which are more RF intensive based.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before we take the next question, we'd like to remind participants that you may enter *1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Zia Verma from MR Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. I had two questions. Firstly, you mentioned about BTS opportunity in domestic and international markets. I'm curious to understand more on this front, especially for the exports market. Can you throw some light on that part?
Well, we are discussing with some US companies as well as Israeli companies for BTS market. We are in the field of subsystems, and also recently we have one discussions with one of the major US company to develop system. That is, I don't want to give more details as is yet to take final shape. But these are all something which these are opportunities come in our way, and by seeing our technological strength, they have been giving us this design services to us to develop jointly in some few cases, and to develop based on their spec, so that we can have a contracts for global market.
Right. And secondly, sir, the new orders that you received this quarter, how much of those orders are BTS versus BTP orders? Can you give some broad estimates?
Yeah, majority of the BTS, because only in domestic we don't have any BTP orders as such. Only the exports order only we take under BTP category. So if you see the order book in Q2, whatever we booked, overall 342 crores we have booked. In this, I think it's only about 6 crores only we have booked for the export front, but the rest all are domestic. But of course, in this one case where we booked from BEL, that is, of course, it is BTP, under BTP category. That is over 200 crores. The rest all are in BTS.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you. That helps. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you may enter *1 to ask a question. Our next question is from the line of Abhishek Dave from Bright Securities. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Mr. Dave.
Hi. Thank you for the opportunity. Congratulations on your good set of numbers. I wanted to know more about our space business. Can you give a little brief about it, how it is growing, and are the margins better over here compared to defense business?
The space business, we have order backlog close to 200 crores, where margins are reasonably good as compared to defense. And only thing is that the cycle time is more as compared to defense. Going forward, as you know, the space, the government took initiative to, transform to the, they introduced the reforms and the clarity, we don't have full clarity about going forward on the satellites, but at least in the strategic satellites, what we understand that ISRO is still going to build these satellites, in that we continue to be part of the ISRO. And as far as the communication satellites, yes, it all depends on how the other industries and also geared up to meet this particular demand. Even in our case also, we are looking at, to build some payloads for the communication as well as for the strategic applications. Yes, going forward, business, wise, yes, it is lucrative, but only thing is take some time for us to get into this.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. That was from my end.
Thank you very much. Our next question is from the line of Akshay Kothari from Envision Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. So I wanted to know the current working capital. So as you can see, cash flow from operations have turned negative. So what any major because inventory, trade receivables have increased and decrease in contract liabilities. So is it because of execution and?
See, the major liabilities which were there earlier were pertaining to the advances received for the export sales. As the sales are getting executed, the advances are coming down, and hence those liabilities are getting raised. But otherwise, the working capital position as of today, we have a net liability of about 80 crores. Excluding my cash at bank. Generally, the working capital or the inventory builds up towards the end of second quarter because we see substantial billing happening in the later half of the year. That is one reason. The other reason specific to this present year is that there is one radar program which we are executing where the revenues are likely to happen only in the next year. It is SBR radar, that is shipborne radar. So for that, a significant amount of raw material procurement is happening presently, and most of the work that is being done with reference to that project is sitting as a work in progress as an inventory. That is another one. Then thirdly, during the second quarter, there was one significant billing which has got slipped to the third quarter, where the entire work in progress and the raw material pertaining to that program is sitting there in the books of accounts. Of course, that was executed in the month of October. So these are the 3 or 4 reasons why the working capital is slightly higher for this balance sheet date.
Okay. So regarding the decrease in contract liability, since we have received around 300 plus crores of new orders, won't we have received some sort of advances from these customers?
No, generally for the domestic orders, as explained earlier, no, most of the billing, most of the order booking, whatever has happened up to now, is from the domestic front, and we don't get much of advances from the domestic order booking unless it is a R&D work order. Therefore, we have not received significant advances in the current financial year.
Okay. So secondly, on the what was the reason for lower export order execution in this quarter?
That is expected only. That is what we are telling. Slowly, the export revenues will taper off. But whatever execution that is due as per the purchase order terms, that is going on. But whatever is done is as per the terms of the purchase order.
Okay, so unlike what we have in domestic business, your export business would be quarter-on-quarter flat, it seems, right? Because our export order book is increasing.
No, I don't think it is increasing. I don't think we have had much of export order book happen in the last 1 year, and this is expected only.
No, I'm talking on the quarter-on-quarter basis, of course.
Actually, last 2 quarters also, we hardly have any export orders. Basically, last quarter, because of short shipment of few components, we couldn't do as we expected. We are short of 15 to 20 crores in last quarter.
Okay. And sir, any update on Astra Rafale Comsys JV which we have? So, is that JV, what is the order book currently? How are you, are you seeing any loss on that front?
Yeah, Astra Rafale as of today, there is a book loss because its production deliveries are yet to happen. Probably by the end of this financial year, it should be improving. Deliveries have just commenced from the month of October. Confident by the end of the next financial year, it will turn profitable.
The order book would be around in Astra Rafale?
Order book in Astra Rafale, won't have that number immediately. Probably we'll come back to you on that. I don't have that number with me. We'll come back. And apart from this execution of the orders on hand, it is also participating in manpower version of SDR radar, SDR under NCNC basis. That is no cost, no commitment basis. As explained to somebody else before you, this product is getting ready for demonstration by this calendar year end.
Okay. And any your views, any updates from the recently happened DEF Expo, any MOUs, any significant traction which we have received over there?
Yeah, we have received technology transfer from DRDO for ground penetrating radar. Apart from that, we had a fruitful discussions with those who participated through their Indian sales office, and we are likely to enter into some kind of a partnership agreement for few products. That I think probably in due course of time we will reveal that. Otherwise, yes, it was a good show. It was fully focused on the Indian companies and the products. So we had opportunity to interact with all service officers, and then also we discussed about the potential systems, what we can do, and also what we can address to their requirement. All in all, it was a good show.
Okay, that's good. So lastly, there was a recent in this quarter that declassification of promoter. So just wanted to have more clarity on who is the current promoter. Is there anyone, and how are things getting managed? Whether it's through some board is taking any decisions. How is it going?
See, the declassification of the promoters is a continuation of the existing. As informed earlier, most of the promoters have taken a back seat in terms of day-to-day operations. Therefore, people who are not active, they would like to get declassified. That is the reason why the action was taken. But otherwise, founder, Mr. Chitrkar, he continues to be an active promoter in the company, and that is the status as of today.
Thanks a lot, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Prabir from Ratnabali. Please go ahead.
Thank Thank you, sir, for providing me this
I'm
opportunity.
sorry to interrupt. Please use your handset while asking the question, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible right now?
You are.
Okay. Sir, I have a couple of questions. Like, first of all, the first time it has been mentioned about the service order out of the total order book. So please tell us something about it. What is this about?
See, the service orders pertains to our weather meteorology products. The meteorology products, as a part of the purchase terms, they carry a warranty maintenance for a period of 5 years from the date of installation and commissioning. So whatever the orders we have disclosed as a part of service order, the entire amount pertains to weather-related products.
Okay. So, this quarter you have booked an order inflow of around 340 crores. So, where defense is roughly 330 crores. So, can you please tell us from which segment of defense it has come?
Current order book from the present order book breakup. You mean
Order inflow.
the order book of Q2? Yeah.
No, order inflow, it has received around 340. Out of that, 330 is defense.
From radar segment, we booked close to 243 crores. And in EW electronic, that is electronic warfare segment, we booked 80 crores worth of orders. And in missile electronics, close to 5 crores. And in meteorology and space put together, about 10 crores we have booked.
Okay. So this long range multifunction radar, that is the shipborne radar. So can you tell us like what is the cost of this kind of radar and what is the potential of it for the company?
I cannot mention the cost of this, but the potential is definitely we have good potential as is the first radar what being built by DRDO and to be supplied to Indian Navy. Once it is successful, definitely we will have multiple numbers in next 7 to 8 years time.
Okay. Recently, government has with a make-to order for Manpack SDR. So, how our company will participate or whether participate or not?
We are participating through our JV, that is Astra Rafael Comsys. As I mentioned, we are getting ready for demonstration.
Okay. And sir, as per your latest presentation, you have mentioned that Navik module, which will have an immense scope of application going ahead. So, can you give us a sense that how big the opportunity can be for our company?
Yes, the market is very huge, and we are developing this. We have developed the baseband chip of Navik receiver, and we are Navik receivers. Once, currently it is in the qualification stage. Once we get qualified, I think, we build the total receiver to be supplied for applications like vehicle tracking unit and many other applications. As far as the market size is concerned, we have a huge market potential for this.
Okay. My last question is, what is your current employee strength?
We are about 1,450 employees we have.
Okay, that's all from my side. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before we take the next question, we'd like to remind participants that you may enter *1 to ask a question. Our next question is from the line of Bhavik Shah from MK Ventures. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Congratulations on a good set of numbers. Sir, I want to just understand first, what is the development on the electro-optics and anti-drone front? Is there any update?
Yeah, electro-optics we are addressing through our JV, that is Astra Rafael Comsys. So we just, in the last quarter itself, we signed this agreement with our partner. And we are trying to address RFPs through this technology being developed by Rafael initially. And going forward, we would like to set up the design house for this electro-optics in our joint venture. And as far as anti-drone is concerned, as I mentioned in previous earnings calls also, we are developing radar with basic DRDO technology and refining it to suit the user requirement. it is almost getting ready. I think mostly by January or February, I think we should be in a position to demonstrate that.
Okay. Okay. And so, on the SDR front, we had invested around 30 crores, if I'm not wrong. So what kind of revenue potential we see there? Hello?
I think our investment in the JV is about 20 crores as of today.
Okay.
Overall, the JV has about 40 crores as an equity. Presently, the JV is executing the SDR order under the offset requirements of Rafael Israel. But going forward, like now it is ready, it is getting a product ready for the Manpack SDR under NCNC program. Almost more than 6 to 7 companies are competing for this. In case if we are the winners, there is a huge potential for this product line. The revenue numbers or opportunities are really huge. But otherwise, its main focus is going to be SDRs and the electro-optics business.
Okay. Okay. And so you guided for a 210 crore revenue in Q3. So which leaves us around 300 crores for Q4 if you go by the previous guidance of 850 crores. So sir, is that even achievable or will it be difficult?
No, I don't think we have given any number in earlier Concall total.
Yeah, actually, I would take overall 850 what we have given originally. For Q3, we are planning to book revenue of 200 plus, and in Q4 we are trying to do as much as possible. I think we'll have a better clarity by next another couple of months. Most likely, we are trying to touch this figure, but in case if we miss out, maybe some 5% kind of a sales probably may miss out because of few components which are expected in last quarter are getting delayed. Because of that, our production of some kind of 5% may get affected. But today, it's too early to say that. I think maybe another couple of months we'll be in a position to tell how much we can do in Q4.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you very much. Our next question is from the line of Amit Dixit from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening everyone and thanks for the opportunity. Congratulations for a good set of numbers. I have a couple of questions. The first one is if I look at your gross margin, it has remained quite lumpy, increasing meaningfully in this quarter. Perhaps because of lower share of exports. However, in subsequent slides, you have quantified that, you would like the ideal share of export to be 30 and domestic 70. So just wondering what kind of gross margin you are looking at, because now we are expanding meaningfully. You hinted at 1,000 crores of revenue aspiration. So what is the corresponding gross margin aspiration? And if you can let us know what kind of gross margin you make separately between domestic and export.
We said very repeatedly the export business is a BTP build to print. Therefore, the gross margins are around 8 to 10%. Whereas the domestic, even though we cannot really standardize what could be but you are asking me what is your ideal expectations. Our expectations are about 30 to 40% kind of gross margins we expect as we go forward.
Okay, wonderful, sir. And next question is on slide 31, where you have highlighted the business potential, the long-term business potential in 2028. So just wanted to understand if category-wise, you can mention whether, there's some PSU also involved in this, if there would be something on nomination basis to PSU. I mean, what is the realistic market share we can expect out of this business potential of 14,500 odd crores?
In fact, I think we have given that the breakup in last earning call. But anyway, in that I just mentioned, we have given about 8,000 crores with a 100% probability in that 14 to 15,000 crores. Major chunk of business we are expecting from radar segment is about close to 5,000 crores, and EW is around 2,000 crores, and missile and telemetry put together 1,000 crores. This is what broad categorization of whatever we have given we have mentioned in the previous call. For next 6 years, we have mentioned about 8,000 crores we can book with 100% probability.
Okay, that is very helpful. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Vignesh Iyer from Sequent Investments. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. I just wanted to know about the H2 that you have estimates of booking around 210 crore for the quarter 3 and around maybe 270 to 80 crores in quarter 4. I just want to know what kind of margin profile are you looking for? Would we seeing something similar to what is in Q2?
More or less, it will be similar to what is achieved in Q2. There may be a slight correction downwards, but more or less it should be on the same lines.
Okay, and what would be the mix of domestic and exports in the H2?
In the Q2, the domestic is going to be close to about 80%, 80 to 85%, and the balance will be exports.
In H2, right?
In Q2, yeah. Yes, in H2.
Okay.
H2 specifically Q2 I gave the number, and Q3 also, Q4 also more or less similar kind of numbers will be there.
Okay, so the two is more of 85 to 85 and 15, and we expect it to be more or less at a similar rate, right?
Right, yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir. That's all.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Alisha Mahavla from Envision Capital. Please go ahead. Alisha Mahavla, your line has been unmuted. Please go ahead with your question.
Hi, good evening, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. My question is also with respect to margins, like the earlier participants. So did you say a sustainable gross margins more in the line of 30 to 40%?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. And the 1,000 crore revenue aspiration is for FY23 or FY24?
Sorry, what is the number you said?
The 1,000 crore revenue aspiration that you called out.
Yeah, 23, 24 is aspiration, yeah.
Okay, so in FY24. Great, thank you. So all my other questions have been answered. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before we take the next question, we'd like to remind participants that you may enter *1 to ask a question. Our next question is from the line of Raj Rishi, private investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to understand, like, generally we don't see this kind of low promoter holding in, this size of a company. So, any comments as to how come the promoter stake in this company is so low, and, any issues regards operations or prospects?
No, there are no issues regarding operations and prospects. In fact, with the low promoters, we are seeing for the last 5 years how the company has grown. But historically, this company has a low promoter stake because the company was promoted by technocrats with a very low financial assets. So, historically, yes, it has a low promoter stake.
Achha. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Akshay Kothari from Envision Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Currently, we have 250 employees. So, in order to fulfill our orders, would there be a need to increase this employee count?
Yeah, definitely. As we grow in the top line, additions are required. But we have significant amount of existing employee force to take care of immediate growth needs.
Okay. Your borrowings have increased from significantly. I think they are around 150 plus crores levels. And so, in order to get more orders, would our borrowings keep on increasing, or what is the plan?
Most of the borrowings are working capital borrowings. Therefore, as we grow, I think the working capital requirements will be going up. So there will be incremental increase will be there in the working capital borrowing. But we don't have significant long-term borrowing.
Yeah, I understand. But in order to grow on the domestic front as we are envisaging, so of course the likely funding plan would be through borrowings, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And sir, any specific dividend policy we are having?
Yeah, we have a policy of paying 20 to 25% in the range of 20 to 25% of the profit after tax of the company.
Okay. And sir, lastly, you mentioned that we have 2,000 crores with capacity to generate revenue of around 2,000 crores. So just wanted to know that since what actually led, what was the driving factor for this capacity expansion, and post that what things were, whether it was something related to market which went wrong, we went into the export markets which went wrong. So what exactly was the reason for the decline in revenues, and what actually happened in the past?
Yeah. See, what we have mentioned is a basic infrastructure available with the company. When we say basic infrastructure, land, buildings, and the capital equipment that is required. And to go forward, the incremental addition that is required will be only in terms of adding a little bit more of capital equipment and having the right manpower. So our intent of making that statement is that we have the basic infrastructure ready to do business up to 2,000 crores. Nothing has gone wrong in terms of forecast what was made by the company.
Okay, I understand. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may enter *1 to ask a question. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may enter *1 at this time. We have a question from the line of Shantanu Chatterjee from Mount Intra Finance Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. Sir, any guidance on the order book can be received during FY23?
Guidance in order book for FY23. Okay. Yeah.
I think, as of today, the prospects are like, we are likely to book close to 1,000 crores, but details I think I can share only in the next con call.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're talking about FY24, right?
I'm talking about for the rest of the year, sir, for FY23 and FY24 as well.
Okay. So this year, for Q3 and Q4, we are likely to book close to 300 crores.
300 crores over and above that 1,800 crore plus order book, right, sir?
Yes.
And next year, you were, as you were saying, that next year you were expecting more or less 1,000 crore order book.
Yeah, that is what prospects we have to book, 1,000 crores, but details I can share in the next con call.
Okay, sir. And what is the total amount of capex for FY23, sir?
The capex FY23, overall we have projected about 50 crores capex for 21-22 and 22-23. I think in the previous year we did about 25 crores or so, and the balance we are doing it in the current financial year.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next question is from the line of Daksh Bora from Arihant Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for taking my question. I'm sorry I joined late. Just wanted to know that the next year's order book that we have of 1,000 crores, if I'm not wrong, so the margins for that, how would we see?
We have mentioned, we'll get into the details in the next quarter. Probably at that point of time, we should be able to show some light on the margins also.
Okay, I'll get back in line if I have any other questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may enter star 1 at this time. Our next question is from the line of Raj Rishi, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah. You mentioned that your capacity, you can go up to 2,000 crores turnover, right?
Yeah.
So any like sort of vision as to how many years you think you can target that kind of revenue? Just if you have some internal vision about that.
No, vision is at the earliest, maybe 3 to 4 years from the next financial year. We would like to reach it there.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Yeah. Thank you for everyone for joining the call. We hope we have been able to answer your queries satisfactorily. For any further information, request you to get in touch with SBA, our investor relations advisors. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again at the end of third quarter. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, members of the management. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Astra Microwave Products Limited, that concludes this conference call. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your line.